and welcome to the third episode of WIA, the morning show of Army Institute of Management and Technology, where the current students get together, alumnus of the institution, so that they have a better insight as to what the future will be holding. As it has been rightly said by Shiv Nadar, alumni are the key, the exponential growth of the institute. It is indeed a great delight to welcome among the proud alumnus of this institution, Mr. Karan Kapoor of MBA 4 batch 2007-2009, Regional Channel Manager in Lenovo. Sir has been working with Lenovo for the past 3 years, diligently to have achieved feat he is in today. In the previous buckets of success, Sir has also acted as a channel sales manager for one of the leading companies in telecommunication, Airtel. He also served his time of 3 years as a retail area manager for HP and a year as an area sales manager for HCL Infosystems Limited. Our alumnus has established himself as a successful individual in the field of marketing, and we could not be any prouder. It is indeed our honor to have you, sir.
Thank you so much.
And on a lighter note, to start off with, what has your impression been of the college after 12 years of graduation, sir?
So, college is always great where where you studied and you have memories of your friends. We had a great time in AMT at that time. I'm sure at this point in time, AMT is even much more rocking. And so the memories are very good and they are still fresh in our friend circle, and we all remember those times. So apart from this college has given us, I mean, every team member of ours has given us a very good corporate career as of now, and we thank the faculty members of AIMT and our group mates who are there to support each other.
That's so nice, sir. That's so nice. So my second question is, so what has been most memorable day from college?
So you can split this question into two parts. One is professionally and one is personally. So professionally was when me and my friend Mr. Amit Yadav, who's again heading a good position at a company right now, we were selected. We two were selected for the placement on the placement day when I remember Tata Teleservices came into the college. And that was the best moment you can say for the whole 2 years. And then personal, you can say where we enjoyed much was every Saturday used to come. So we used to plan a trip to, Noida or maybe Delhi, and the bunch of friends we had, 6-7 people, we used to go. I don't know, we used to plan how to get out of the gate, because at those points in time in AMT, you really had to manage to get into a bus or go till Noida, because the transport and the everything was not a very good shape. But then that Saturday we used to wait, or Sunday we used to wait that this will come and we'll go and have fun for a day and come back in the evening.
Great, sir. Great. So, as in your field, the third question for me is like, what are the hard and the soft skills should someone in your field have?
Someone to have to get into the corporate world, you are asking?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, in my view, whatever I have in this last 13 years of my career, I've gathered is you need to be smart enough to, get into what company is wanting you to be. So, it is not always the hard work, but it is always the smart work which pays you off. So, you do what your company is asking, whether it is through an hard work or in smart work. So you have to be, at the first 20% of the people you are working with in a company. Because if you are in the top 20% of the people, irrespective of what you do, your results are there in the top 20. You manage to be a long runner in the company, and you grow with the company. And the soft skills you need to be very much clear in your thoughts, before you start any assignment. So at a college level, if I say, you have to be clear of your plans, of your projects which you have made, because I'll give you a hint which we did. We did a summer internship 2 months, and then the whole lot of questions in our placement interview was asked from the summer internship, not with the Philip Kotler or any marketing theory, anything. So 90% they want to see how practical you are and how will you implement your theory in the company. So that is what important.
Sure. Yes. As I said, in our life, we always do a mistakes in our for our career or something. So fourth question is what were the mistakes you have made earlier in your career, and how did you overcome with them? How did you manage?
Yeah, so mistakes, everyone does mistakes, and we did, even I did. So I remember I was not prepared for a company which came, HCL Infosystems. So the point was they were only hiring graduates who were from engineering background. I really wanted to get into that company. I was not prepared before the this company came for the interview. I was not prepared, and then you miss like I was not good in finance, so I used to keep that at bay. That I don't want. I am into I have a technical background. I want to go into marketing. So finance is not my cup of tea. But then I should have gathered some knowledge in finance. That may help in the organization, which first time I was into. So you have to be an all-rounder when you do an MBA, because MBA is everything related to making revenue for the company, making sales, then managing your team. So you need to be an all-rounder. You have some knowledge, you specialize in some, that is a different thing, but then you have to be a complete knowledge all-rounder for the company to take you.
Yes. So, how do you create a motivation for yourself for this thing and for your team?
Yeah, so earlier when I joined the job, I was into sales, hardcore sales. Now also I am into sales. So after 1 or 2 years of my career, so I told myself that I am an engineer, then an MBA. So I have landed up somewhere which I don't require. I mean, I don't want to do it. So that was a negative part, that sales is tough. You get targets and everything. It was not like in the college when we used to have fun. So then you have to, if you are, because we don't have much choice when you are in a company. So you don't have XYZ companies. You can shift. So you have to have that sense of something which you can have in your mind, and you can do the job very conveniently. So took it that I have to travel to different places, so that I like that. So traveling is something which I continuously like with my job. So I've made that as my hobby, that I see new places, meet new friends. We have events. So that was the thing which had a like 20% in my mind, that I like this. 80%, okay, sales is not my cup of tea. Then you gel with those things, and now the targets are normal. We get every month, every year, and we deliver that. So you get to see new people. So that is what you have to have something in your mind to get it forward. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So for fifth question is how often cutbacks occurs in your company?
So I've been lucky for the last 12 years of my career, and I've not seen much of cutbacks in any of my friends or maybe an AMT batchmates career, because uh, I don't know the companies I choose, or what have come in my preview. Cutbacks are not there if you are performing. I told you that the rule should be, you need to be 20%, first 20% in your company. So even the cutbacks will happen, it will be in bottom 20%. And second is, when you are opting for marketing or sales, so in those areas, we are the revenue bringers to the company. We bring revenue to the company. So cutbacks happen on the, either on the side where you are not the revenue earners, or you are not the money earners for the company. So it hardly matters. So you'll see 1-2% of cutbacks happening, but if you are doing good in your company, you will not be in those brackets.
So what approaches does a company exercise for channelizing and distributing a product in the market? As
So there is a need of a product which any company first has in his mind that this product, there are XYZ companies, but the customers are still more, or they want a better service, they want a better product. So first the need arises, then company thinks of that, can we do, I mean, a technology company is there, so they will do a technology product, so they'll see that we can make it or not. So need, and then if they have the core competencies to make that product, and then third, they can earn the revenue. So these are the three things which any company will feel that before getting into any product or launching any product in the market.
All right, sir. So as I went through your profile, so I noticed that you have worked with Lenovo for the past 3 years. And in context to this, are there any channel management programs that the company follows where it partners with other company in order to sell their products? Or in short, do the branding of other companies?
So I'll give you an example of Airtel in this, because Airtel, when I was in Chandigarh for Airtel, working for Airtel, so there was a product launch for 4G. Now 4G is very common, so that time 4G was launched. So we partnered with some company wherein we have those equipments, those routers, wherein we can get our this network on those routers. So we used to partner with those companies. So there are needs when you are a software company and you cannot make hardware, so you need to partner with some company to make your product successful. So those decisions are taken basis the requirement of that particular product which you want to get into the market. Yeah.
So you hail from Jammu and Kashmir. And I see news that only 2 districts in Jammu and Kashmir have been resorted with the 4G business. So what business strategies would you opt for restoring and launching 4G businesses in this state?
So 4G now has been into every district in Jammu. Recently, it has been opened up because of some, I think, some political reasons were there. Now every company is coming for a wired. Earlier there was no wired high broadband system, no fiber systems were there. So now every company like Reliance, Airtel has already taken that, because it is normal in J&K that 4G is snapped, 2G is there, or no internet, mobile internet is there. So companies now have, taken the next route that we should be a wired home to service broadband kind of a thing, so that it is not snapped when there is a problem in the state. So hence, every company is now coming and giving the wired thing already.
Okay. So having attained the pivotal positions of both regional and sales manager and channel sales manager, what ideas does a company derive from its product so that it also marketed in the remotest of areas?
See, I'll give you an example of Tata when I was first joined the company. So I was placed into a rural area only because the penetration of internet at that point in time and even today is low in rural areas. And in rural areas, you find more customers taking your products. So every company has a mindset of going into rural because the penetration of technological or maybe an internet products are less in the rural areas, and you have competition in the urban areas. So everybody in Delhi, you will find that there are 50 number of companies giving internet, but if you come back to a Hisar or maybe a Jhajjar or somewhere in Mansa in Punjab, so there you will find that very less companies are there. So then companies many companies or startups start from the rural belt of the country to get more customers onboarded.
All right. Sir, as it has been mentioned in the description that you have previously worked with HP, Airtel, and currently working with Lenovo. In connection to this, sir, what are the key differences to initiate sales of these companies, and what are the instruments also as a software are used to monitor it?
So every company has their own. See, the basic of sales or distribution is same for every company. So you have a dealer, you have a distributor, and then you have a resource who's going into the market taking orders, and you have manpower of distributors. So distribution network, you will learn whatever you will learn, it will be same, but it will obviously not like the theory what we have studied in the books in MBA, or you will study now. But the basic is same. Now how you have, as per your market, how you know, how as per the competition your company has, you get into that, and you know, you serve your customers is what is required. So that you need to figure out that how I will, you know, distribute my products, or my, how my channel would be, how my distributors, how many distributors I need to appoint. So that when you are into a particular company and a particular product or a particular role you are handling, then you know, sense that and you do that. Obviously there are, you know, mandates from the company that you need to do this to get a better market share. But then obviously you need to figure out when you are in a particular company and a particular product you are handling.
Right, sir. So how does your company examine potential customers in the market?
So every company has their own way of doing it. You know, you choose a state, then you have that thing that there we have XYZ market share, we want to make it to this, you know, market share, and then you do marketing promotions in every company. So when we were in HP, so we used to do that, this state we are losing our market share, so what we need to do. So there were then plans chalked out that yes, we have to, you know, have a new resource, a new manpower here. We need to appoint XYZ distributors here because our presence is not there. We need to do a marketing promotion here. We have to a radio jingle, or maybe a, you know, a hoarding or a digital marketing, anything of that sort, to get into that state of mind of people that yes, this product is available, we can buy it from here, and we can have these promotions to get that product. So different things are there.
And sir, how does it ensure equality consistency of product in the region?
So quality is something which we don't take care. It is in any company you'll find quality is not unless until you are into a quality control team who manages the quality. So it is something which is a background process for us in any company. We get a product which is quality certified and we have to sell. Now, if there is any problem, if suppose I get a Airtel router in the market and it is not working fine, or the downtime is there, then we get a feedback from the customers or the dealer that this router is not working well. We need to get, so we give the feedback that to the service team that this is not working well. So we need to get either we need to sort this out or we need to get a new product.
So, as in sir, how is an individual performance evaluated in terms of the work like he or she is doing or does in the company?
So every company has a human resource manpower or a HR business partner. When you join a company, you have a, you know, HR process that you have a 6 months you know, target versus achievement, or your KRA would be this, your KPIs would be this. So against that you have to be, you know, matching what the company was. So I told you, like, if you are on the top 20% or top 30% and you're doing your job, so then you will be obviously rewarded as well. So that KRA setting is every year in the first month of the calendar year or the financial year, you have to set your KRAs. So these are my KRAs, these are my targets, so I will be doing this. So your manager reviews that in 6 months or maybe every month. That depends upon the manager and the company guidelines, and then those are evaluated, and then you will be rewarded like that.
So it was such a pleasure and an honor to have us interview you, and for your illuminating presence. On behalf of AIMT management students and AIMT alumni cell, I thank you for taking out your valuable time to answer my questions, which would indeed carve the way to lead the minds of our budding managers, and also to all those people watching this. Your view have indeed been a very insightful and have left a long-lasting impact. Thank you so much, sir, and we are looking forward to have more such interactions with you. Thank you, sir.